Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. My name is Draygone Llewellyn Fuzzbottom Jr. and these are some of my patrons. Snow Kieran, Hiduru, and a special thanks to my special sponsor, Lit Dragon. When we last left off, we defeated Blind the Thief and rescued probably the most interesting maiden in the game, or at least the most interesting after Zelda. Along with that, we acquired a really helpful item, the Titan's Gloves, or was it the Titan's Mitts? Whatever it's called, we got more powerful gloves, which means we can now lift the heavier rocks. And we are going to be taking advantage of that today as we proceed onward with yet another exploration episode. So first things first, we need to head to the Dark World version of Kakariko Village. Now, before, I had to go all the way around this way in order to find the portal, but now that I have the gloves, I can just go ahead and lift this big ol' dark matter rock. And now we're already to the portal. Yay! That's gonna make traveling to this area of the Dark World so much easier. Like, it was super inconvenient having to work my way around to this place. Now, let's see. I said that today we were going to be getting something more powerful than the Master Sword. In fact, that is what we're going to be doing first. Let's go ahead and take care of that situation. Actually, let's kind of get some information going on here. Get some context to what we're doing here. Let's head on over to the Smithy's place. If they have a name, I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a sign somewhere that says, don't know. But this is the Smithy's place. The blacksmith shop? Let's go with that. Oh, how I wish my partner would return. Alright, let's go ahead and look for the partner now. There was also a fortune teller that said that we were supposed to be looking for him, but I've already stepped far away from the fortune teller shop and I don't feel like going back to it for the sake of getting that dialogue again. Instead, we're just going to go right over here because the missing Smith is right here. He's been turned into a frog. Why is he turned into a frog? I don't know. Ribbit, don't hurt me, bunny, please. You're not going to harm me? Wait, you're from the Light World? I used to live in Kakariko Town. Ribbit, I have a request of you. Please take me to my partner. Please, Ribbit, please. I wonder what it would be like to suddenly fall to your new form like that, where he's constantly ribbiting. I imagine he never did that while he was, well, I want to say human, but they're clearly not actually humans. More like dwarves? I don't even know how to word this. Like, if Link wound up turning into a squirrel instead of a rabbit, would Link feel the uncontrollable need to look for nuts? I mean, as a rabbit, he obviously has an affinity for carrots. And suddenly staircase. And down the stairs is a piece of heart. Gimme. Anything under these? No, I don't think so. Alright, well, that takes care of that little distraction, so let's go ahead and warp on back to the Light World. Actually, first, let's go ahead and point out the house up here. So, in the Dark World, nobody's lived in this house. It's kind of a mess. Just wanted to point that out. Seems that the Dark World really is just a dark version of the Light World, and somehow has different inhabitants. Except for the inhabitants that came from the Light World, like this guy here did. That chicken just walked all over me. You are rude. Alright, let's go ahead and bring the blacksmith back home. Oh! Happy days are here again! You found my partner! We are very happy now. Drop by here again. At that time, we will temper your sword perfectly. Yes, indeed. Thank you, little bunny. So, now that we rescued them, we can go ahead and upgrade my sword. Because, you know, despite being called the Master Sword, it's still not good enough. So let's go ahead and take one last look at it before it gets upgraded. It's kind of reddish with a brown hilt, which is unusual because I'm pretty sure in the original game, the Master Sword actually has this bluish tint to it. So, not sure why it was recolored for this hack. Oh well, let's go ahead and get it upgraded now. Oh, it's you! Welcome! How about an upgrade? I just dropped by. Drop by again anytime you want to. Hi-ho! Hi-ho! We're off to work. Ryusuta, are you responsible for that change, or was that referenced in the original as well? Alright, I'll give you a big discount. Sword tempered for 10 rupees. Wait a minute. Alright, just wanted to see if there was a different message there for saying no. So let's go ahead and pay it up. Tempered, eh? Are you sure? Okay, there's one more message to check. I changed my mind. Nope, it's the same no message every time. And now we know. So let's go ahead and get it tempered. Alright, no problem. We'll have to keep your sword for a while. I no longer have my sword. So, I'm gonna have to kind of wait in order for them to get it done. Actually, I don't really have to wait long. In fact, I don't have to wait at all. All I have to do is head on over here and then come back. And the sword will be done. Also, because when else am I going to get this chance? I'm going to run without my sword. I like how it looks like Link is still trying to hold out his sword when he's running. Alright, let's go ahead and get our sword now. Barge in, because I want my sword that badly. Your sword is tempered up. The coloring was my own personal touch. I thought you might like it. And we got a carrot sword. It's orange with a green hilt. Might as well complete the ensemble. We already got a carrot shield, why not a carrot sword? Great! Your sword is stronger. You can feel the sheer power flowing through your body. The coloration is coincidental, honest. What do you mean it was coincidental? This guy just admitted to making it this color because he thought we would like it. And let's admit it, Link probably likes it. So, now we got a more powerful sword. The Remastered sword, I guess we'll call it. It is a level 3 sword. It is more powerful than any of the swords we've had thus far, which is good. We kind of need it. You'll see what I mean later. For now, we're back in the Dark World, and for some reason, there's suddenly this treasure chest sitting inside this abandoned house. Because the key is locked inside this chest, you can never open it. Just take it with you. Don't know why this chest suddenly appeared. It actually appeared the moment we returned the dwarf to his home. I guess because they didn't want it to be possible that you had two characters following you, so they wanted you to make sure to bring one character home so that only leaves this character. That is my guess. So now we gotta figure out what to do with this treasure chest. And by the way, don't run. It cannot follow you if you're running. Unlike most characters. It makes me wonder what would have happened if I tried running with the frog. I'm sure the frog would have caught up. Because, you know, other characters have caught up. But you wouldn't expect a treasure chest to be able to keep up with you. Alright, well, let's see here. I'm pretty sure I know where to take this thing. Oh, hey! It's worth pointing out, by the way, that the sword sound, the swinging sound of the sword, is different now. Instead of a whoosh, it's more like a whoof. Anyway, we're gonna head down here towards the desert, because there's a couple things we want from there. Oh wait, don't run. Come here, you. For one thing, I completely forgot to look at this sign. Swamp of Evil is to the west. No entrance, no escape. That don't sound good. Well, indeed, there is no way to get into the Swamp of Evil from here, as I will point out. I don't necessarily have to point it out because we were over here before, but I didn't point it out then, so I'm going to point it out now. We cannot get into this area in this direction. Not from here, anyway. Instead, we're going to go to the light world first off. And deal with you, and I don't feel like dealing with you. Love that magic. There was apparently an enemy under that spike over there. Rock. Under the rock over there. Can I have some of that magic back? Okay, good. Alright, so this guy over here has been talked about on multiple occasions. Well, he finally has a purpose. He is the guy that is going to help us open this chest. I heard that you know I used to be a thief, right? Well, I'll open a chest for you. Will you keep it a secret from everyone else? We'll tell it to everyone. Okay, if that's the way you want it, I hope you drag that chest around forever. Well, I was about to try reading the sign to remind us all that he doesn't like rabbits, but apparently we can't do that now. Oh well, let's go ahead and open the chest. And we've got the final bottle! This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside and then use it later. Yay! Remember, you promised, don't tell anyone. No promises. Also, he no longer gets mad if we steal his sign. And considering he's okay with us rabbits now, I guess we can just go ahead and destroy it. Now then, there's the matter of that swamp I was just talking about. So if we run over here, we will find a ledge that we can't get up to. Well, there is a way to get up to it. It's by playing the ocarina. So we'll just go ahead and have this little birdie fly us right up there. And right under these rocks is a teleporter. Of course, we could have just... Wait, no, I was about to say we could have just used the mirror, but no, we couldn't just use the mirror. The mirror only works from the Dark World. Anyway, now we are in the Swamp of Doom, or whatever it was called. So let's go ahead and kind of wander around this place here. There's a few things that we're going to want. First things first, up in a tunnel up here. Don't that look creepy? We're going to find another piece of heart. It's right through here. No, wait, this isn't where the piece of heart is. There's another room around here with a piece of heart. This just leads to treasure. So let's go ahead and take care of the treasure situation. Oh, wait. Want to open this before we start pushing any more. So there's 20 rupees and... Oh, wait, yeah, there was a piece of heart here. It was in the treasure chest. Alright, we're one piece of heart away from getting more health. And there is another piece of heart over here. By the way, there's a dungeon entrance over here. So, this is one of the dungeons that we could enter right now if we want. But we're not going to. This is an exploration episode. So let's go ahead and explore this other creepy cave. Which is health. I am fine with health. I'm not at max health. Now I'm at max health. By the way, in case you're wondering about the stronger energy beam, it basically looks and sounds like the original energy beam. I assume it's still stronger though. Alright, we'll go up there second. First things first. There's a cave right over here. And we got a beetle. Or a scarab? Maybe this guy is a fan of Aladdin. Alright, before we talk to this guy, just real quick, while I was editing this episode, I realized that I completely missed this breakable wall here. That is not a bomb. Let's actually break it with a bomb. It would be pretty impressive if I could break it with a ocarina, but using a bomb. Alright, what's in here? Skulls. Is there a piece of heart hidden under any of these? Nope. I went back and recorded this segment for a bunch of skulls? Nah, whatever. At least it's on camera. Alright, back to the original recording. Alright, it's another profitable story. Heh, thank you. As a matter of fact, monster magic is making it rain in the swamp. If you can move the air with more force than them, the rain may stop. That's actually good advice. Should we do that right now, or should we save it for when we actually come to this dungeon? Nah, let's go ahead and save it for after we come to this dungeon. Link's fur is already all wet. So, we're gonna come over here to this corner and go to where it's dry. As in, the light world. And under here, which we couldn't get to until we come through the portal, is the other piece of heart I was talking about. This one's pretty simple to get. Just zigzag your way to it. And we got more max health. We're starting to get pretty close to having max health. Max health. As in the most health that we can get in this game. We are on our way. And where we are on our way to is back in this way. We're going to go right over here. And now we are over here. Because as it turns out, I missed this. There is a bumpable wall here, just like there is in the Dark World. Now I think in here in the Dark World was treasure. But right here is just another fairy fountain. This time we're at full health. Now, let's see here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the next place we're going is, well, here, but in the Dark World. Actually, my mistake. I'm actually thinking of a future exploration episode that we go over there. We actually want to be on top of the mountain. So, let's see here. First things first, we need to hop back over to the Light World version of Death Mountain. Which, honestly, doesn't sound as light as the Dark World. Death Mountain, something like that. It doesn't sound very lightish. So let's see here. By the way, I want to mention these. You cannot use these spells right here while your sword is at the smithies. Because your sword is used to perform these spells. If you try using them, you'll just get a buzzer sound. Now let's see here. What do I want? I don't know what I want. We'll just carry the flute for the moment. And we're going to go ahead and head off in this direction. We've already been over here once before, but now we can get even more over here. Unfortunately, you still can't kill those guys. And, okay, is there a way to, like, move them after they've been frozen like that? Because, stop it! One of the most annoying enemies in the game. Also, it turns out we want the hammer. Alright, so let's see here. It's a good thing there's a fairy over here. We're going to have to deal with these guys before we grab it. Fairy! Alright, so before we did not go up here. When we were on top of the mountain, this is a way we did not go. Now we're going this way, because we have stuff we can do over here. Thanks to the Titan's gloves. We can lift this rock up and... screw you. Alright, we want to hit these in the correct order. If I hit them in the wrong order, I have to leave the room and come back. I don't feel like getting it wrong, so I'll just do it right. And this gives us another teleporter. I don't think there's anything under those rocks over there. And now we are on top of this thing. So now we're on the furthest corner of the Dark World. Let's see here. We're going to ignore this thing for the moment and kind of make our way around. Again, I'm pretty sure there's nothing under any of these rocks. So let's go ahead and head over here, where we're going to have some more exploration to do. Starting with right here. I'm going to head under these stairs here, and we come to this room. Now, we are not going to be able to fully explore this room just yet. We have no way of getting across those gaps over there. However, we do have a way of getting across this gap over here. Let's see here. Let's use the Ether spell. Aha! You see that? There's an invisible floor. Or maybe a barely visible floor. Not entirely sure how it works, but it's there. You don't need to use Ether in order to reveal it, by the way. You can walk on it regardless of whether you use Ether or not. So let's see here. We got 3 different directions. Well, actually it's 2. The cracked wall on the right is not actually bombable. So if we come in here, we got ourselves a fairy fountain. Don't really need it. If we come over here, we got another bombable wall. And there's another fairy fountain. You know what? We got an empty bottle. At some point I'll make a trip to the magic shop to buy more magic, but for now a fairy will do. Actually, I might just go ahead and stick with this setup. Good being 2 magic potions and a fairy. That sounds like it would be a good idea. Come out here and we come to this platform which is empty. However, if we go to the light world, here's a piece of heart. And now we go back to the dark world because there's no way to escape from this platform in the light world. And we'll go ahead and hop on down here. And I believe what we're going to want to do is drop down from this ledge here. So here's another area we were at during the light world, but could not explore this area through the dark world. Actually, we have a way to get to this area from the dark world, or rather from the light world, because now that we have the bigger glove, we can find a portal right here, in case you're wondering. Just for reference, this is the area with all of these guys, and also the Tektites. Why did you run to the right? Darn you. There goes my max health. Full health. Whatever. Sometimes it is painful to demonstrate things. Anyway, in regards to this section of the Dark World, there's really nothing here. This had a bunch of cave entrances in the Light World, but not so much here. In the Dark World, we got 2 cave entrances. So let's go ahead and start with the one on the right. The one on the right? Yeah, I'll take that. Gimme. Is a shop. And then on the left, so let's see here. That path is apparently a path. Let's go ahead and follow it and see where it leads. It leads to a blockade. We can push one of the blocks, but you can only push the block 1 time before it gets stuck. And there's no way to, like, pull on the blocks, by the way. You can only push them. So no way we're getting through that. This secret path that you feel really smart for noticing is a dead end. So let's go ahead and figure out where this leads. It leads to enemies, along with a whole bunch of pits. We're going to want to follow these in order to get to our next destination. Nope, there's no way of getting over to the right. We gotta go up the stairs. Actually, I'm curious about something real quick. Let me go back down. Oh, now this is opened up. Well, what you're supposed to do is head up the stairs and then jump down the hole that's up here. But apparently you don't actually need to do that. We're gonna do it anyway. Just 'cause. Now we're over here. Climb up more stairs. It's a good thing Bunny Link's got plenty of endurance. I wonder if he has this much endurance when he's human. Alright, we got 3 pits here. I believe I want to take this pit. It might not even matter. Yeah, I don't... Well... No, I guess it doesn't matter. You can get to these treasure chests no matter which pit you drop down. You just have to push the blocks in different ways depending on which pit you fall down. And let's see, I believe that's it for this. Now we head up here. And this is going to lead back on top of the mountain. By the way, it bears mentioning that over here, this big ol' turtle rock thing that I encountered, this is another dungeon. We basically have every dungeon in the Dark World open right now. Well, almost one of them, or almost all of them. There's actually one more dungeon that isn't labeled. It's over here. But in order to reach it, we're going to have to go through the Lionels. That's right, this game has Lionels. In fact, Lionels have been around since the first Zelda game. Now let's see if I can damage them. Can I damage them? Yes, I can. Okay, good. So, before recording, I of course, like I said on multiple occasions, go around the world to make sure that I know exactly what I need to do to find everything during the exploration episodes. And of course, I came up here before I upgraded my sword. And guess what? Your regular Master Sword cannot damage these guys. Your Master Sword is useless. But the Remastered Sword, on the other hand, is definitely strong enough to kill these guys. By the way, I think those guys are really cool. They're like centaurs, kind of. Furry centaurs, in a way. Uh-oh. And unfortunately, your shield cannot block those blasts. Nothing happens if I hit those. Ooh, don't this look ominous? This right here, this is the final dungeon. We can actually find the final dungeon pretty early on, considering we have to go through 5 other dungeons before we can actually access this thing. But yep, that right there, the final dungeon. And in case you're curious where we are, let's see here. Right down there is those guys, and then up here is the Dark World version of the platform where we found Ether. In the Dark World, though, there's not actually anything here. You know, just out of curiosity, what do those Lionels look like whenever they're, like, facing upwards? Can we find out? Maybe, maybe not. For a split second, we could. Here. Come on down here. No, we're not going to find out, are we? Unless we come, like, up here. There we go. So that's what they look like from the back. Took a lot of damage trying to find out, but we're about done with this episode, so it doesn't matter. I definitely like these centaur-type creatures. It's like the best of 4 worlds, in a way. They get to run around on all 4s, but at the same time, they still have hands to be able to grab things and play video games. It's really neat. Especially, like, furry centaurs, like Chikats. I'm pretty sure I've expressed my interest in Tars before, but I don't think I've had the opportunity to in this playthrough, so I'm taking the opportunity to say so in this playthrough. These things are definitely neat. It's also really cool that these guys make a comeback in Breath of the Wild. It's too bad that they want to kill you. I'd like to, like, just get up close and personal with one of them and just admire them. Breath of the Wild has this bokoblin mask I can get, where you can kind of blend in with enemies. I wonder if the Lionels are fooled by that. Ah, well, it probably doesn't matter. Not in the context of this Let's Play, anyway. Now, unless I am mistaken, I believe that we are done exploring for this episode. I don't think there's anything else I can access yet. Not until I go through this dungeon right down here. That dungeon is going to be our destination for next time. With that said, down at the bottom of the screen is all of my patrons. And next time, we're going to be going to that dungeon. I'll see you then.